2025 at Babylon. This is DE30AC 423 with a K5 LLA horn. Take a ride on this train number 78 from Babylon to Patchogue.
And we are departing off of track 2 at Babylon Station, heading to Patchogue. And you can see the old closed Babylon interlocking tower. This interlocking is now controlled by the Babylon desk at JCC. It's a beautiful but chilly day to be playing golf at the Donald Conroy Golf Course over there. The track that you're looking at is the Babylon secondary, which comes out of the yard to the east. That's the washer for the MU cars when they come out of the yard. And here's the sprawling Babylon MU yard with its 17 tracks. The yard is actually located in West Islip, and you'll find all kinds of MU equipment stashed away here. That's the Higby Lane crossing in West Islip, and the horn is all but drowned out by the HVAC in this car. We're still running on track 1, but we'll be switching to 2 between Signal Bridge 4 and 5, the east end of Babylon interlocking. And we have now switched on to Montauk Branch track number 2. The Babylon-Patchogue Scoot is a long-time Long Island Railroad institution. Going way back, they've run everything from RS3s and P54s to Bud RDCs on the Babylon-Patchogue Scoot. It's a 17-mile long trip between Babylon and Patchogue. This particular crew on this train originates in Patchogue, runs to Babylon, runs to Patchogue, runs back to Babylon, runs back to Patchogue on this train, runs back to Babylon, and then runs to Spionk and deadheads back to Patchogue. The overhead bridge is the Robert Moses Causeway. That road is strangled with traffic going to the ocean beaches during the summer months. As you can see, this line is still under the guidance of position light signals, and they're standing all the way out to Y interlocking east of Sayville. And they're going to be eventually abolished when they put in Rule 261 on this line, which will allow trains to operate in either direction on either track. Right now it's current of traffic rules only, Rule 251. That was the Windsor Avenue crossing in the pleasant hamlet of Brightwaters. During the summer months, I often ride my bicycle out here and sit by the crossing to watch the action. It's about a 12-mile round trip from my house. That's the Clinton Avenue crossing, followed by 5th Avenue. Arriving in Bay Shore. This is a jumping off point for Fire Island ferries to many Fire Island ocean beaches. Stately Depot building was built in 1912. Bayshore was reached in 1868. The station was originally called Panattaquit but renamed Bayshore. This was the South Side Railroad of Long Island back then. Three crossings were approaching. Here is 4th Avenue, then 3rd Avenue, and then 2nd Avenue. You'll note the construction on the right side of the street there. That replaced a sleazy gin mill. I'm so glad they tore that down. I don't know what they're building there now. There was once a grade crossing here called 1st Avenue, but that was closed in December of 2019. This damn vent. Crossing is Panattaquit Avenue. Next is Brentwood Road. This is the site of a large bus yard for Suffolk Transportation Service. It's one of the largest independent bus companies in New York State and the nation. Crossing is Saxon Avenue. Crossing is Grant Avenue. That's Nassau Avenue, Islip. The building we just passed before the crossing was the remnant of 84 Lumber, which closed in 2011, and it was a freight customer for the railroad. And we're passing over Islip Avenue, or New York Route 111.
This is the train to Patchogue. The next station is Great River.
And the crossing is Irish Lane. I love the name of that road. The train we're passing is train 17 from Montauk to Jamaica. He runs non-stop from Spionk to Jamaica. That's quite a haul, over 60 miles. The area we're going through is called East Islip. The name Islip is very prominent in these parts of Long Island. It was named by a fellow named William Nicol, who had a plantation here in 1683, and he named it after his home of Islip, England. There are a number of Islips in this area. There's West Islip, Islip proper, Central Islip, Islip Terrace, and East Islip. The overhead bridge is the Heckscher State Parkway. It goes south to its namesake, State Park, a nice park that I walk at often. In fact, I did it today. We're coming into Great River Station now. The station is actually not in Great River, it's in East Islip. Great River is to the south, and the community of North Great River is to the north of this location. This area has gotten quite populated with apartments, as you can see there, and businesses. As a kid, years ago, this was mostly woods and was a very quiet spot that my father often took me to on Sunday nights to catch the Montauk Express trains going back to the city. The crossing is called Connetquot Avenue. There are a lot of Native American names on Long Island, and that's just one of many.
This is the train to Patchogue. The next station is Oakdale.
The overhead bridge here is New York Route 27A, otherwise known as Montauk Highway. And it goes all the way out to the eastern end of the island from the New York City area. And we'll go under it again shortly. This area we're going through is the Connecticut State Park Preserve, which is over 3,400 acres. There are hiking trails and nothing but wilderness in there. Some trails go as much as 8 3/8 of a mile long, going around in a circle inside the park. The highways you see out there is the combined Route 27, Route 27A. Route 27 is called Sunrise Highway, and it goes all the way out to the Montauk Point Lighthouse at the far eastern tip of Long Island, some 120 miles from Manhattan. And we're now arriving at the community of Oakdale, New York. This was the former home of Dowling College. That's where I went to college for 4 years. Closed its doors in 2016. And this was also the home of LaSalle Military Academy. It was a Catholic boys' school that closed its doors in 2001. And the train passing us here at Oakdale is an equipment train en route from Patchogue to Babylon. This is Oakdale Bohemia Road. If you look closely, you'll see the old crossing foundations of the old alignment of this road.
This is the train to Patchogue. The next station is Sayville.
Crossing is Locust Avenue. This is a great spot to rail fan. It's just west of the crossing. You have east and westbound position light signals. You have to be careful south of this crossing along the sidewalk, as there is a batch of poison ivy there in the summer. crossing is Cherry Avenue. We're going rather slow as we approach the Sayville station. We have a restricting signal as there's a westbound train due that's coming off the single track at Y interlocking east of Sayville. That would be train 45 from Spionk to Jamaica. Crossing is Greeley Avenue, like the city in Colorado, as we arrive into Sayville. And there's train 45 right there. Sayville during the summer months does extraordinary business here, as Sayville is also a jumping off point for the Fire Island ferries to the numerous Fire Island ocean beaches. This is Lakeland Avenue. The station pub used to be called the Flatbush Pub. And the crossing is Lincoln Avenue. This is the last crossing on the double track. Shortly we'll be going through the interlocking of Y, the letter Y, where we go down a single track the rest of the way to Montauk, except for sidings. And here it is, the interlocking of Y. It's now one track the rest of the way. And from here to Patchogue, there are numerous crossings, and this locomotive's K5 LLA will be blasting away. And that's the McConnell Avenue crossing. We're in the community of Bayport. Crossing is Oakwood Avenue. Snedeker Avenue. This was the former site of the Bayport station, closed in 1980. Crossing is Bayport Avenue. This is a great spot to rail fan, because to the west you got four grade crossings. You got great horn action for eastbounds. Crossing is Gillette Avenue. And we're just passing over Blue Point Avenue. This is where the former Blue Point station was, which also closed in 1980. Now, when you think of Blue Point, you're probably thinking of Blue Point beer. Indeed, the Blue Point Brewery is near here in Patchogue. It opened in 1998. Crossing is Atlantic Avenue in Blue Point. We are now arriving at the incorporated village of Patchogue, our final stop. The town was settled in 1893. It's an Algonquin Indian name. A lot of out-of-towners mispronounce this something awful. They call it Patchogue or Patchogue, but long-time Long Islanders will correct them. Patchogue. Crossing is River Avenue. Patchogue has seen a resurgence. It's quite a shopping town now. It's got an old theater that was opened in 1923 and redone. There's a lot of shops and restaurants here. There used to be a department store here called Swayze's. Years ago, it was advertised as Long Island's shopping village. Crossing is West Avenue as we arrive in Patchogue Station. There's a siding here. The interlocking is the letters P-D. P like Peter, D like David. Patchogue is also a jumping off point for Fire Island ferries, as you can get ferries to Davis Park and Watch Hill along the Atlantic Ocean. I hope you enjoyed the ride to the historic village of Patchogue. Not Patchogue or Patchogue, Patchogue. Get it right.